Hello class and welcome to lesson 5. This is going to be a longer lesson. There is going to be a lot to unfold here, so I would take notes and definitely come back to this as this assignment for this module and really everything going forward. If you you can make this as easy on you as possible, but that's going to require really coming back to this lesson, okay? So we have two big assignments we're going to start this week. Your issue proposal and your annotated bibliography, okay? So let me get that where you guys can see it a little bit better. Okay, so the issue proposal and the annotated bibliography, these are the things we're going to start working on first, okay? Your issue proposal is not your essay. We are not there yet, okay? We are not there yet. So the first thing that I want to remind you on your issue proposal is that you're just answering the questions. And I do expect you to have proper format. So what that means is 12-point Times New Roman, 1-inch margins, double space. Nothing will be bigger, like bigger font, not even your title. Nothing will be bolded. And I'm going to show you how to do everything in this lesson right here. So very important. So in paragraph 1, you're going to introduce the issue by talking about the problem. So think about giving a timeline on it. Where did the debate of your issue start? And so the very last question of this paragraph must be your research question. So what exactly is it that you're wanting to research? So you can see the example that's posted. And so look at the example and look at how that student did it. And so paragraph 2, why is this issue compelling to you? So it's going to be, I picked this topic because. I like this topic because. So it's going to have first person in it. Now, paragraph 3. This is very important because you are required to have an in-text citation, okay? So paragraph 3, I'm going to come back to this, but paragraph 3 is describing what you already know about the issue. So you're going to say, here's what I know. Paragraph 4 is, here's what I need to find out. Okay, so you're going to have 4 paragraphs. You're not writing an introduction. You're not writing a conclusion. You are simply answering these questions, double-spaced, indent the first paragraph, and then you'll have a separate works cited page. A works cited page always goes on a new page and starts at the top, and I'm going to show you how to do all of this, okay? So the first thing that I want to show you is how to access EBSCOhost. This source, okay, this source has to come from EBSCO. So let me show you how to get to that. On your dashboard here, you will have Student Resources. When you click it, you come down, you will see the Learning Resources Center. That's our library. And it's click here for links. Okay, so then you're going to have the EBSCOhost databases. Okay, right here, you're just going to start typing in Western Oklahoma State College. And it pops up, okay? So from here, I wish it wasn't so clicky, but it is. EBSCOhost web. You are not going to EBSCOhost.com. You have to access it this way, okay? So this is where you're going to start searching. So now I'm going to point out some things. So this is where I say that this lesson, it has a lot of information. So that's why I would highly advise you to come back to this and take notes. So let's say that I'm going to research Harry Potter. Okay, so you might have to type in other words, key phrases. What are your key points about? You might not find what you're looking for in the very first search. Okay, first thing I want to point out is that you don't want to click on the titles. Okay, you're going to look for PDF or online full text because you will come across some like this one. Let me see if this is... trying to make this where you guys can see it. There we go. Okay. So if you could see on this one, I clicked on the title. Now it's even harder to see. I clicked on the title of this, but it only gives me the abstract. Okay, you see here, it only gives me the abstract. So let's come back out again. Okay, you see how this just has the title. It does not have a link to the full text. Don't waste your time on that because you cannot use an abstract. So this one either. So you're going to run across those. This will save you time. So this one, Access Now PDF. Okay, so let's say that I'm going to use this article, okay? So you're not going to use the abstract. So you're going to read through there, go through there, and let's say that you want to use this sentence here, okay? you have to use either a paraphrase or a summary, okay? A paraphrase or a summary. So let's say that you're going to use this one sentence is fine, okay? So then how do you do this? You're going to come back up and you're going to look, you have the author. All you're going to rely on is the title, the author, and the page number. So you're going to come down and you're going to look at the page number. Let me X out of this. And so I'm looking here and I don't see a page number listed. So that will be just page 1, okay? So I'm going to show you how to use this and then we're going to come back to it, okay? So let's say, let me make all of this bigger, okay? Okay, so we're using MLA. Let's say the author is me, okay? So you have to have the tagline, all right? Let's say that this title, super cool title, okay, so let's make this where you can see it better. Okay, so I'm the author, messed it up. I'm the author, okay? Super cool title, and it's very long and will take up lots of room, page 4, okay? So you can do it one of 2 ways, okay? Okay, let's look at it. I'm putting a shortened version of the title because you don't need the whole title. It takes up too much room. It looks messy. So you're going to put the ... and then the quotation marks. It's not italics. So in the article, super cool title, it said all this cool stuff. You're going to put it in your own words. You're going to summarize it or you're going to paraphrase it. You will not get credit if you put it in direct quotes. This gives you practice with one source of using in-text citation with using a summary or a paraphrase. Notice where my punctuation mark is, okay? The period goes at the end. The period is right here. The period has not come before, okay? So there's no page, there's no P, there's no comma. It'll look just like this. You might want to put the author first. Same thing, okay? So author, me, Casey Seals said all this cool stuff, super cool title, end of the quotation marks, page number, parentheses, period, okay? I'm also going to, I have this linked below, okay? I have it linked, but you can see I have a link to the MLA formatting and style guide, and it tells you how to do everything. So all of it is right here, so you can look at this and look at how to do that. So for example, if you don't have an author, then it would just be the title. And so it gives you all of this information. But your first source for your for your issue proposal, so let's go back out here. So for your issue proposal and your annotated bibliography, so we're right here, must come from EBSCOhost, okay? So now let's look at how you're going to do those. So we talked about the annotated bibliography. You're going to answer those questions. In question number 3, you're going to put your in-text citation. It's either going to be a paraphrase or a summary, not a direct quote. And so for your, at the end of your issue proposal, you're going to have the work cited. So again, please go look at the example and follow that to a T. That is correct. That is how I want it done. And so follow that. There's a template for the annotated bibliography, okay? So number 1, you're going to have a properly formatted MLA citation. And so you will have to utilize the resources on that. You can also, in here, let me show you. See this quotation marks? You can hit cite, but you have to make sure you choose MLA. So choose MLA. And you can copy and paste this. However, there's going to be discrepancies, so you have to make sure that you check it. Please do not just copy and paste it. It might put a gray background on it. You'll have to undo that. It might capitalize everything in the title. That's incorrect. It might capitalize everything in the name. That's incorrect. You also have to put the access date. So right here, you just put accessed and the date you accessed it. So this is a great starting point, but I do expect you to check it and fix any discrepancies, okay? So let's look at this template. So it's very, very simple. So insert your works cited. You will have a hanging indent. Okay, so a lot of these things, if you don't know how to do it, like if you don't remember how to do a hanging indent from your computer science class, just Google it. So that's not hard to do. If you can't figure out how to get the gray background off of a source citation, Google it. So there's a lot of, on those simple things like that you might have forgotten how to do, that you were taught, in past classes or years ago, and Google it. So, or ask me. You're not going to be able to use Google Docs. I won't be able to help you with Google Docs. They don't process. So, but you can save it from Google Docs as a PDF. So first, when you're going to summarize it, you're going to summarize your article. Now the summary is an in-text citation. So it would start with the article, SuperQuill article was about, and then the parentheses at the end. So again, check out the example. And then you're going to have your opinion, 2 to 3 sentences about the article, and then how you plan on using it. So let's recap, and then this video lesson will be done. You're starting 2 assignments, the issue proposal and the annotated bibliography. The directions are there. You'll want to reference back this lesson right here and access the examples that are posted and just follow those. You have to have an in-text citation that's either a paraphrase or a summary in question 3 in the issue proposal, nowhere else. In your annotated bibliography, the summary, when you give a summary, you have to have the in-text citation. So the article name, the author's name, page number, and that is what we're working on this week. So please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions, but make sure that you utilize all the resources, and we'll go from there.